Hi, and welcome to Module 4A Physical Education MAPEH 10 entitled Other Than Forms, Cheerleading. You can pause and answer the pre-assessment. The direction is, read each item carefully and write the letter of your answer in your notebook. Choose the correct answer from the given items. Whenever two bones that meet up to frame a joint become isolated, the joint is portrayed as being disengaged. Physical games like football, ball and lacrosse, as well as high-effect sports that can bring about unnecessary extending or falling, cause most of separation. A separated joint is a crisis circumstance that requires clinical medicines. So what are the first aid techniques? First aid techniques to injuries during recreation. These acronyms shall be remembered when applying first aid to injuries during the conduct of recreational activities. The price and the harm. Price means protection, rest, ice, compression, elevation, and diagnosis. Protection. Remove additional risk of danger in the injured area. Rest, stop moving the injured area. And ice, apply ice to the injured area for 20 minutes every 2 hours for 2 days. Compression, apply an elastic compression bandage in the injured area. While elevation, raise the injured area above heart rate. And last, diagnosis. Acute injuries should be evaluated by healthcare professionals. The first few days of an injury, remember that every time, avoid harm. The harm stands for heat, alcohol, running or other excessive exercise, and massage. So here's the first aid for sprains and strains. Minor sprains and strain can be treated at home using this method. First is applying the price method. Keep the limb in the position you found it, and please stop padding around the broken bones. Splint the injury with something rigid such as rolled newspaper or magazine to prevent the bones from shifting. And remember, do not move the broken bones. Splint must be long enough to extend beyond joints above and below the fracture. And if there's an open fracture, cover it with a clean gauze pad. Apply pressure to control bleeding. Do not try to push the bone back into the wound and do not attempt to clean. Get medical attentions immediately. Fractures of the femur and pelvis may cause severe internal bleeding. Last, do not give the person anything to eat or drink in case surgery is needed. So here are the situations that needs to call a doctor. And now, let us answer some tasks. In the given table on the next slide, indicate whether you engage in such recreational activities or not. Identify whether such recreational activities are active or passive by ticking your corresponding response. You can pause the video to answer the following. So here is the task 2. The direction is, this time, copy the template provided below. Identify the 5 of your favorite recreational activities and indicate the corresponding injuries that can possibly happen. While doing them, under the column are the favorite recreational activities and the accompanying risk or possible injuries. What's it? Now, let's proceed to our main topic, which is the cheerleading. Do you know that cheer dance is a coin from the words cheer and dance? To cheer is to shout words or phrases that may help motivate and boost the morale of playing team and perform better during a game. Cheer dancing is rooted from the word cheerleading. It began in the United States, and because of the Filipinos' adoration for moving, they added more dance routine for cheers and thought of the term cheer dance, wherein it is routine made out of yells and cheers, gymnastic abilities, and dance combination of various dance classes. Essentials of cheer dancing. And now, to end our lesson, let me give you some assessment that measures your knowledge in the topic we just already discussed. Read each item carefully and choose the correct answer from the given choices.
Thanks for listening, and I hope that you learned something in this lesson.